please go ahead and click that like button for me. All right, so I only had 6 images to share from my shoot with Kerry, and that's because when I put the roll of film in, I didn't check ahead of time to make sure that my battery was juiced up and good to go, because my battery died after I shot the first shutter. The mirror locked up, I had to change the battery out, and I ended up losing 2 frames. The 2 other images that you don't see is because they weren't in focus, and I really hate when things are like obviously not in focus when I do it, so I just didn't even bother. All right, so there's a battery button right here. Just before you shoot, just go ahead and push it. Red light. The red light should come on. That's how you know you're good to go for your shoot. So from now on, when I'm shooting the Pentax 6.7, I'm going to look for this battery button, push it, make sure it's red, and then proceed. Otherwise, I'm going to replace battery immediately so I don't lose 2 images. Okay, so I wanted to share a couple of thoughts that I had, as this was my first time shooting Lomochrome Purple 400. I definitely went into it with preconceived ideas about the film. Before I shot it, I went online and Googled how the rules of the color shifts worked. So here's the breakdown. Blue turns to green, green turns to purple, and yellow turns to pink. Those are the rules of how the colors will shift when shooting Lomochrome Purple. It also said that your reds will remain the same in order to retain natural skin tones. So I kept these things in mind as I navigated my way around the location that I was at. So let's jump into some photos to take a closer look at how Lomochrome Purple alters your colors. Okay, so here on this jungle gym set, you'll see the original colors of the apparatus and what they changed to after I take the photo. In this image, it's most obvious that Kerry's skin tone is affected by the film. Her skin tone looks magenta, and you can't really see much of a difference between her skin tone and the apparatus as far as the pinks go. The apparatus that Kerry is leaning on is very yellow, and Kerry's hair is blonde, and she's fair skinned. I think because of these things, the film had a hard time separating Kerry from her background, and that's why her skin is a bit more magenta. In this image, I could have gone and pulled it back a bit more in the edit, but I didn't want to. This is the look of the film, so I wanted to stay true to what the film actually looks like when you're shooting people. This is what it looked like when I shot her, so this is just what it came out being. In other images that I shot with Kerry, I like the results a bit more. I still think that her skin pinkened a bit and more magentas came through, like the red of her skin was definitely altered, but I think that has to do with her being fair skinned. I'm curious to shoot this film again, but the next time I shoot this film, I'm going to use a model who has darker skin, because I believe that darker pigmentation will retain their reds and it won't be altered by the film stock. So I'm curious to see what that looks like. Stay tuned, because I'll probably shoot that video this summer as well. Overall, I have to say that I really enjoyed shooting the Lomochrome Purple. I think it's a fun experimental film to shoot. If you're thinking of trying some new psychedelic things out, or if you're kind of bored with like just straight portraiture, or even if you do landscape, I mean, all the greens in the world and all the yellows and high grasses, it could be a really dope shoot. But just as far as portraiture goes, I think if you get creative with your location and what you have your model wear, it can be a really fun experiment shooting Lomochrome Purple. This film is not a cheap film. Right now, Lomochrome Purple is selling for $11.90. So this is not going to be like a film stock that I load up on. I don't shoot a lot of experimental, psychedelic-like photos as it is right now. But if I'm looking to just mix it up, or if I have like a creative idea in mind, I'm down to buy a roll of this and just experiment. If you have shot this film stock before, comment down below and let me know how you found using this film stock. And please go ahead and hit that like button if you made it this far in the video. It really helps me out here on the YouTube platform, allows people to see me who didn't know I existed, which is always great. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And you know what? I'll be back this Friday with a bonus video for you guys for the month of June. You thought I forgot. I don't forget. I remember. I said it. I'm going to do it. I said what I said. So this Friday, tune in for a bonus video here on my channel. All right, everybody. Peace. So yeah, I should... Oh, a plane. Oh, the joy of all the noise in the city. Fly me away. Yo, flights are like $50 right now. Like, to a lot of good places too. I'm talking like $50 round trip. Sure, it's Spirit, but sacrifices can be made for $50. Just saying.